Well, it was the Big Ten hockey championship game here tonight between Michigan and Ohio State. Michigan, ranked number 1 in the nation, but was the 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament behind Michigan State. Ohio State, number 19 in the nation, beat Michigan State to make it to the Big Ten championship game. Michigan was playing for the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Ohio State was playing for a berth in the NCAA tournament. Michigan had swept Ohio State 4-0 in the regular season. Could they clinch 5-0 versus Ohio State this year? In the first period, Ohio State had 3 shots under 1 minute in, and Jack Ivankovic saved them all. Michigan finally had a shot about 5 minutes into this game, their first one. It took them a while to warm up, but they eventually would, especially in the third period. At 13:37, Ohio State got the first penalty call. It was a tripping call on Valentini, and Ohio State scored the power play goal. It was William Smith from way outside. It was 1-0 Ohio State with 8 seconds left on the man advantage, by the way. So it was almost killed by Michigan, but Ohio State did get the goal. Then Michigan had 5 players from Ohio State in their own zone, unable to sub for the longest time, but to no avail, as Ohio State still led in the shot category 7-4 after that flurry at the TV timeout. At 2:11 left in the first period, Garrett Shifsky weaved through traffic all the way up the court. He was just trying to keep possession, and then the sea parted, and he had a shot on goal from the Big Ten logo that went over Everly, Ohio State's goalie, to tie the game. It was 1-1. And Jaden Perron, shortly after that, had a point-blank chance to give Michigan the lead, but to no avail. Michigan's late attack evened up the shots 7-9, and the game was tied at the first intermission. In the second period, Tyler Duke laid out Perron on the sideline against the boards to open up the period, but Ohio State got 3 shots on goal again early. But at 18:10 left in the second period, less than 2 minutes in, Will Horkoff put in a rebound off the back wall to take the lead for Michigan 2-1. Eberle for Ohio State had a great save at 12:30 or so, and then at 10:48, Carabella for Ohio State had a nice goal from the right circle. It was a 2-2 tie. This was a game in the Big Ten championship final. At 10:29 left, Michigan got lucky that there was a double penalty after Muscat forced Ohio State's player down to the ice. We had a 4-on-4. And right when those penalties expired, Michigan got the penalty call at 8:28. Ivankovic saved a shorthanded goal, and Ohio State killed the nation's best power play. And Michael Hayes looked to be hurt at this moment, and he never came back in the game. He was coming and skating on the ice during intermission or timeouts, but never played for the rest of the game. But we didn't need him for the rest of the game. Michigan did not. At 4:48 left in the second period, Ohio State got another penalty call. Isley for Ohio State got the rebound for the power play goal at 3:29 to take the lead for Ohio State once again at 3-2. At 2:31 left in the period, Michigan got another penalty call, and Hughes to Malcolm Spence was good on the one-timer power play goal for Michigan, and it was tied again, 3-3. And that is how the second period ended. Shots were still 19-17 in favor of Ohio State. In the third period, it was all Michigan. Tyler Duke got hurt 14 seconds in, unfortunately, though. And meanwhile, Michigan was the team that penalized Ohio State on the same sequence. I don't know about that, but Ivan Kovic had a few saves, and Michigan finally had a penalty kill on Ohio State as they were 2-0 in their first man advantages. And then you could tell both teams were getting exhausted and putting it all out there in this game by the first TV timeout at 12:52 left in this entire game. Perron got a shot on net. And the Big Ten Player of the Year, T.J. Hughes, got the rebound for the go-ahead goal at 11:41 left. It was 4-3 Michigan. At 10:22, Ohio State was penalized for tripping. Michigan won the face-off right to Perron, and Perron weaved his way right to the 5-hole of Eberle for the 1-foot goal. He brought it right to the net. It was 5-3 Michigan. At 8 or so minutes left, Michigan had more shots on goal now than Ohio State did for the first time in the entire game. At 7:14 left, Luca Fantilli got a rebound goal off the backboard to give Michigan a 3-goal lead. It was 6-3 in this Big Ten championship. Ohio State went empty net with about 3.5 minutes left, and the officials assumed that Michigan was offsides on their first empty net goal and took it off the board after Ohio State challenged it. But I would argue that, yes, the player was across the blue line and the puck was across the blue line. The puck wasn't as far across the blue line as the player. But if train A left at this time and train B left at this time and they're traveling at two different speeds, how can you determine that it's offsides when you don't have video evidence? They assumed, and they took a goal off the board for Michigan, but it didn't matter because Moldenhauer got the second empty net goal at 2:02 left in this game to go up 4. It was 7-3 Michigan, and that's how the game would end. Michigan won their 4th Big Ten tournament title, all as a 2 seed, which is weird, yeah. What the commentators said that, and I was like, yeah. Everyone I watched they were fighting for a championship. They now have the most Big Ten tournament titles of any Big Ten team, and they will be the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, which means they get to pick their region. So they don't have to go out west. They can stay in the east somewhere close to home. Hopefully some fans go to this because it's going to be a 16-team frozen madness as Michigan seeks their 11th national title. I believe Denver passed Michigan recently in national titles, as most ever as a team. Michigan's got to catch up. We need to know that Michael Hayes will be okay, but I am expecting Michigan to go win a national title in hockey, just like I am in basketball, who had a big win earlier today over St. Louis as a 1 seed as well. Go Blue. This athletic department is amazing. Brandon Naurato and Dusty May and Kyle Whittingham was in the stands for this hockey game. He got to see one of the goals firsthand as he was sitting just behind the goal. He was loving it. I love it. Michigan and this athletic department is on a tear. You guys all better watch out. Go Blue. 4 Big Ten titles in the 10 or 11 years that it has existed. is pretty damn good. Can we get a regular season title, though? Damn it. Michigan State, looking at you. They got that, but they lost to Ohio State. Well, not our fault you weren't in it. But Michigan wins nonetheless. Have a great day out there, everybody. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, and go blue. We'll see you on the next video.